I just realized how stupid this is. Wait, let me get a... Why do I set this camera up right here when I have this one permanently set up right there? It's just because, like, I labeled this one as, like, don't worry about it. So I want to talk about this Tana Mongeau, Jampol stuff. Pretty much what happened was she was feeling overwhelmed with, like, her bills and stuff. And I'm not good at explaining things or talking. That's one of the reasons I have this YouTube channel, is so I can get better at it. So don't crucify me if I say things wrong or come off the wrong way or anything like that. But yeah, so she was feeling overwhelmed with, like, her bills and finances and whatever. So she decided to go on Seeking Arrangements, which is like a sugar daddy website where guys, rich guys, like, pay for girlfriends and whatever. And basically she met up with this one guy who, she didn't say it in the video, but all the clues that she gave into, like, any amount of sleuthing leads to it being Jeff Jampol, who is, I guess he manages dead artists, merchandise and music and all that. So anyway, this guy like sent his chauffeur over to pick her up, and she was like escorted with bodyguards, and he impressed her with like a $12,000 meal at like some private restaurant that's like has like a secret entrance or something. Then he introduced her to Michael Jackson's father and sister, Joe and Janet, and then offered to, I have like notes right behind me, that's why I'm looking past the camera, offered to pay Tana's assistant salary, and also gave her a $15,000 tennis bracelet, among like some other things and whatever. So the thing that really concerns me about this or jumps out at me is it's like clear to me that this guy is controlling. And the reason I say this is, why else would you shower a girl with money and gifts and everything? Like, my thinking is you're not good enough by yourself that you need to show her all this money and this like fancy life in order to get her to you. So then that's why I think he has low self-esteem, because he wouldn't need any of all this other stuff if he was valuable himself or felt valuable himself. You know, it's like finding that damsel in distress, like she's so like distraught and whatever that you just come and save her, and then she's like attached to you because you provide her everything that her old life like made her unhappy with and all that. And I'm talking about this because I'm guilty of the same stuff myself in the past, which is why I act like crazy, because there's always like a conflict in my head. But with like Victoria X Rave, when I offered to pay for her therapy, I had to like second guess myself like the whole time through it and make sure that I wasn't just doing it to like change her mind to get into therapy to like make her act the way that I want, or give her all this money and help her get the life that she wanted or whatever said that she wanted, and like help her with all that. So that's why like that one video is like real confusing, and I'm like kind of crazy in it or whatever. And like I'm not saying that he'll definitely do this or whatever, Jeff Jampol, but imagine like you want to, I'm talking to Tana now, imagine like if Tana wanted to go do something herself and be like a free spirit, or not free spirit, but have like some freedom, but she's gonna be like afraid to do things on her own, or things that he disagrees with, because then he might take the money away from her. So like you really have to look out for sugar daddies and stuff like that. And speaking about like Jeff Jampol's marriage, like there's nothing available online about it. It says he's married with children and shows like a picture of some like old like rock star woman or something like that. It looks like she's from the Go-Go's or something, I don't know. So I don't know, maybe she was a rock star like on the decline, because like fame doesn't last forever. So Jeff like swooped her up and promised her, I'm speaking about like Jeff's wife, Jeff like swooped her up and promised her like all this luxurious things and a carefree lifestyle and all that, only for her to realize like down the line that he was controlling her with money and all that. So maybe she was miserable because she couldn't do what she wanted and be herself anymore. So I don't know, maybe she's like too afraid to divorce him for whatever reason. Like she's afraid of being alone, or she's afraid to like manage her own life and finances and stuff on her own. I don't know, but maybe she became like miserable because of Jeff controlling her and won't talk to him anymore, won't have sex with him anymore, and all that. So then that's why Jeff turned to seeking arrangements to find some new person to play the same game with and woo them in with money and all that. I'm not saying any of this is true. These are just my thoughts and my own speculation and stuff. Because I always have to wonder, like, why people do things and what causes people to do things. Just because my brain always wonders about stuff. Yeah, so like the point of this video is just to tell you guys be careful about who you get with and who you marry and whatever, and think about why they're doing stuff and whatever, because you only get one life. You don't want to be trapped with someone that's abusive and controlling or whatever. And again, I'm not saying that Jeff is, but some sugar daddies or whatever definitely are. Last thing I wanted to add is that if Jeff is controlling as a result of his low self-esteem, I doubt he's gonna sue Tana, because at the end of the video she was on the fence about contacting him again and getting back with him and all that. If he files a lawsuit against her, that ruins his chances of him getting together with her and all that stuff. So yeah. But I guess he could come after me for saying this stuff. But it's, like I said, it's just my thoughts and speculation. I don't know what's true or what's not. And I think like freedom of the speech covers it. So we'll see. I'm prepared to go to court if we have to.